Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Bitch and Brainstorm podcast. This is the Elevate Your Online Presence Business Summit edition, and I'm here with an avid Friends lover, Jessica, who I recently fell in love with because we both love Friends and actually live not too far away from each other. So it's actually, I'm like, oh my God, we could actually see each other in person. It's very, very fun. So hello, Jessica.
Hello.
So Jessica is going to be on one of our panels talking about, where are you at? You are in the, where are you on my very long laundry list of panels? Oh my gosh. So you're going to be on the content and social media panel on the April 20th. So you'll also be very excited to know, because I just think this is so very awesome, is that you're going to be on an all-female panel. So I love it. All the girl bosses are showing up, and I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. So, so can you tell us a little bit about you and how did you get started in doing what you do?
Yeah, absolutely. So I worked in business management for about almost 13 years, and I was a regional trainer for a large franchise, and I did that for a long time. And then I had babies, and I decided that I didn't want to be traveling all the time. And so I quit and quickly realized that I needed to be doing something besides being at home with my kiddos. I adore them and love them, but I needed something else for myself. So I started a clothing boutique and loved that, was very successful with it, had a lot of fun, and then decided I didn't want inventory in my house anymore. And shifted my focus to the business I'd started with my husband, which is a coffee company, which is where I'm sitting right now. I'm sitting in our roastery. And so that's what we do together. And then just over 2 years ago, I decided to take my management experience and my business experience and kind of combine those together to also offer coaching services for small business owners.
Very cool. So who is your perfect client?
So my perfect client is a mom who is homeschooling and running a business, has little kids at home with her, and is struggling to find consistency, is struggling to find balance, which we're all chasing, I think, and needs to be taking a paycheck that she's not taking right now. So that's really where we focus, is getting your business profitable enough that you can pay yourself what you're worth and that you are not living for your business.
Very, very good. That's super, super helpful. So, when you think about social media content, can you kind of go into a little bit more about what is considered social media content? I've always heard everything is content. Everything is content. I hear it over and over and over again, but it's what is the type of content that a business owner should be sharing?
Right. So there's something to be said for the idea that everything is content, but not everything is content for your audience, right? So you need to figure out who your audience is. And that's when I work with my clients, that's the first thing we talk about is, who are you speaking to? Who does your product serve? Because once you distill that down and you have a really clear picture of who that person is, then creating content becomes much easier and more fun because you know exactly who you're talking to. So content can be, I went to Target today and, guess how much money I spent while I was there when I was only there for deodorant. It could be something like that, if that's relatable to your ideal client. It could also be, something about a vacation or lots of different things that make you relatable as a human being. But we also can't forget that you need to share stuff about your business too. You need to sell too. Just talking about your kids all day is not going to sell, your handmade earrings. So it's really important to have a good balance of that personal content and actual selling content.
Yes. So selling content, how often do you recommend doing selling content?
It depends on your platform and it depends on your audience too. I'm a big believer in looking at the data and going back and seeing what is working and what is not working. Throwing spaghetti at the wall is not something that I have time for. So if I can follow the 80-20 rule, which is 80%, non-selling and 20% selling, and still meet my sales goals, then great, I'll do that. But if that's not working, then I need to readjust. And sometimes you need to do a little more. And sometimes you'll be in a promotional period where that's all you're talking about. And you feel like you're boring people or annoying people, but you're really, in reality, you're not. And so it's, testing and trying and adapting constantly, because that's the nature of social media, is that it requires us to constantly be in a state of change and adaptation.
Yeah. So what are some of the biggest mistakes you see business owners make when it comes to content creation?
So definitely not selling enough. That's a big one, not feeling the fear, which is valid. It's so valid to feel like people don't want to hear from me. It's too much, but 9 times out of 10, it's not too much. So if you're not excited about selling your product, then your customer is certainly not going to be excited about buying it. So that's the first one. The second one would be just posting random photos of your product on your feed with a hashtag, or look how cute this is, that kind of thing. It doesn't inspire any kind of action from people, and it doesn't even inspire them to really engage in it. So creating content needs to be engaging. That's the whole point of social media, is to have a community online. And so, we need to act like human beings. So if we meet somebody in the store, we're not just going to show them a picture of what we do and say, isn't this cute? Right? We're going to have a more in-depth conversation about it. So those are the two big things that I think definitely need some work for most people. Oh, and the third one would be trying to spread yourself too thin. Too much, too many platforms, feeling like you need to do it all. And especially if you're a solopreneur, you can't. It's not possible. And so you have to really choose what feels good to you, what works for your customers, and what's fun too.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So, can you tell us what's been your favorite platform where do you like to hang out?
As far as social media specifically goes, I like Instagram. I was a big fan of Facebook, and for a long time, years. And now my customer lives on Instagram more. They spend more time there. So that's why I like it there. And I also really enjoy short form video. So that performs, it's not performing as well as it used to, but that performs well on Instagram for the most part. And I just haven't taken the TikTok deep dive yet. I don't have time yet.
Well, now they're talking about banning it. So
I know.
good Lord.
I know.
That's where I love to hang out, is on TikTok. So I'm like, I like sometimes make reels, but not like the way that other people make reels. And so I don't know. I had one reel that went viral of my dog jumping into the bathtub with me. So totally just for fun. And I'm like, really? That got 50,000 views? All right.
Yeah, right? I know.
But here I am trying to help people. Nope.
Right.
They don't want to talk. Right. They don't want to hear from you. So it's just like, oh, dear Lord, baby Jesus, right?
They're like, where are the more dog videos, please?
You want more dog videos. So yeah. And then she blew out a candle with her nose breath, her birthday candle. So that was funny. That also got a lot of views, but I'm like, oh my God, they just want to see my dogs.
Yeah. What kind of dog do you have?
So I have an English bulldog. Her name is Lola. She's the one that jumped into the bathtub with me, and then the one that blew out the candle. And then I have Paisley the pug. And all of my dogs, by the way, have office titles. So Lola is the office gossip and official attention whore, because she's all up in everybody's business. And then Paisley is she is the chief micromanager, because she just stares at me all day long, and I'm like, I'm working, like I'm doing it. Like I feel like she's like judging me all day. And then Jax is actually technically my daughter's dog, but he lives with us while her house was being remodeled. And he is my security detail. So he goes with me every morning to get a latte. So he's my bodyguard in the car, but then protects me from any delivery drivers that are coming to deliver packages, because they're gonna come and hurt me or something. I don't know. So literally, but I put the dogs and their headshots and their office titles on my website.
Oh my gosh, I need to go look. We love a brachycephalic dog. We have 2 Frenchies. So yeah, we're into the small
Oh,
spaces.
girl,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Frenchies are very cute, but I've heard them like some of the noises that they make, and I'm like, I don't like the husky thing. Like, I don't think I could do that. Like, the barking already annoys the bejesus out of me. So, does your dogs do that? That weird whining thing that they
Yeah, it's
squeal?
like howling. They howl more than anything, but only if we're upstairs because they're not allowed to do stairs.
Okay.
So if we're upstairs and they're downstairs, they will howl until an adult comes
Oh man.
to take
Yeah.
care of them. So often my husband will find himself sleeping on the couch with the
Mm,
dogs, which is
mm.
just ridiculous.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah. The
Yep.
dogs are quite hysterical and they make an
Yes.
appearance in a lot of my videos because they are my entertainment.
Mhm.
I'm an empty nester. It's just me and my husband and dogs. So
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
one else to talk to except the dogs.
Yeah.
So they keep me on my toes.
Oh,
And
that's so funny.
if they were in here, they would be begging me for treats.
Mhm.
So I had to kick them out because otherwise
Yeah.
they will come in here, beg for treats, and basically annoy me like toddlers until I give in and give them one. So I have them at my desk and they know this. And it's literally like, okay, she gave us a treat. We'll leave her alone now. But it's
Yeah.
literally like, it's a thing.
Oh,
It's a thing.
that's too
So,
funny. Oh
well,
my
I'm
gosh.
super excited to have you on the summit and so glad that we were able to finally like get to meet each other face to face.
Yeah.
So be sure to tune in on Thursday to hear Jessica talk about content, social media, and all that good things. It's going to be a really great panel. I cannot wait. It's going to be fire with all of the inside scoop that everybody's going to be sharing. So we'll see you guys there. Thank you.
Thanks.